What is, we love you, Alex. That's very kind of you. Thank you. Cost you $19.95.
I grew up, I learned English because of you. And so my grandfather, who raised me, I'm going to get tears right now. I used to sit on his lap and watch you every day.
People impacted directly and from afar by a legendary TV quiz show host are remembering the life of Alex Trebek. The longtime host of Jeopardy died yesterday at the age of 80 after a nearly 2-year battle with pancreatic cancer.
CBS 58's Pauline Lee was lucky enough to be one of the last journalists to talk to Trebek earlier this year before the pandemic started. She has a look back at his legacy.
Well, I was fortunate enough to travel to LA for the past couple of years to give you, our viewers, a behind-the-scenes look at America's favorite quiz show, to introduce you to our local contestants, and to sit down one-on-one with the beloved game show host himself. Here's a look back at our last conversation this past January with the man who made television smarter for the past 36 years.
This is Jeopardy!
For the past 36 seasons, Jeopardy and the name Alex Trebek went hand in hand.
Thank you. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen.
There's no downside to working as the host of Jeopardy.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.
And as the show's host for more than 3.5 decades, Alex Trebek loved every minute of it.
It's just a fun place to work.
Here we go.
Known as the man with all the answers, he thrived on knowledge.
I love spending time with bright people. I don't like spending time with stupid people or mean people.
He was quick-witted and sarcastic, but never one to take all the credit for the show's success.
That's part of your job, right? You make it exciting.
No, that's the contestants and the writers. They're the stars of the show.
He held the show's fans in the highest regard, always taking questions during commercial breaks on taping days, answering openly and candidly about his life and his battle with stage 4 pancreatic cancer.
In my mind, it's a sign of respect. Never underestimate your audience. Don't look down at your audience. Look up.
Alex transcends everything you ever learned or heard about what it takes to be a good host.
Harry Friedman retired earlier this year after more than a decade as the show's executive producer. He said there was just something special about him.
Alex is a combination of smart, intuitive, gracious, and curious.
At 80 years old, he and Jeopardy announcer Johnny Gilbert were the last two of the original crew that launched the show's reboot in 1984.
Because he is so bright, he carries all of that off with a very nonchalant aplomb.
And while there was always going to be a day where he could no longer host America's favorite quiz show, he was always confident the show would go on.
Jeopardy, the idea of Jeopardy, is one that is enduring, and it'll go on long after I'm gone.
Jeopardy will continue to air episodes hosted by Alex Trebek through Christmas Day. His last day in the studio was actually October 29th, but the show tapes episodes months in advance. You can catch Jeopardy right here on CBS 58 weekdays at 6 p.m.